Manual vacuum aspiration of the uterus, an underutilized and cost-effective technology. Vacuum aspiration of the uterus may be achieved via a cannula attached to either an electric or manual vacuum source. Both these methods are equally safe. The MVA is recognized by the WHO as a uterine evacuation technique. Studies have shown manual vacuum aspiration to be faster as well as equally safe and efficacious as electric vacuum aspiration. Despite the documented safety, efficacy, and cost-effectiveness of the MVA, it still remains underutilized. In this video, we highlight the technique and practical applications of this underutilized technology. This video explores the indications and assembly of the MVA, followed by a simple papaya model and intraoperative application. Manual vacuum aspiration of the uterus may be used for early pregnancy loss, completion of failed medical abortion, as well as elective abortions. This video will focus on early pregnancy loss. While a typical electric vacuum aspiration may consist of an elaborate setup shown here, the MVA consists of an aspirator, an adapter, and a piston. It also consists of cannulae and Pratt dilators. An MVA setup will also consist of specula, tenaculum, antiseptic solution, syringes, and needles for cervical block. MVA assembly begins by attaching the adapter to the aspirator. Here we show the adapter
then opened using the screw on the side, allowing the abortionist to see the cervix, the entrance to the uterus. The cervix acts as a gate that stays closed for the duration of pregnancy, protecting the baby until it is ready for birth. The abortionist uses a series of metal rods called dilators, like these, which increase in thickness and diameter, and the abortionist inserts them into the cervix progressively to dilate it, gaining access to the inside of the uterus where the baby resides. At this stage of pregnancy, the baby has a heartbeat, fingers, arms, and legs, but its bones are still weak and fragile. After the cervix is dilated, the abortionist will insert a suction catheter similar to this. This is a clear plastic catheter, firm, which has a hole through which the contents of the uterus are sucked, and these contents are dragged down and into either a syringe of this nature, a plastic syringe which can exert considerable force, or connected to a vacuum extractor, a mechanical electrical vacuum extractor. The suction machine has a force 10 to 20 times more powerful than the usual household vacuum cleaner. And using this technique, the baby is rapidly torn apart by the force of the suction and squeezed through the tubing, down the suction tube into the syringe or vacuum machine. Following the baby, the placenta is sucked out of the womb. Because the procedure is blind, that is, the abortionist is simply feeling what he is doing within the womb. One of the common problems is getting everything out, so that it's not unusual for parts of the baby to remain within the womb and parts of the placenta, which feed the baby, remain within the womb. This can lead to ongoing bleeding and infection. And in an attempt to prevent this, the abortionist will use a curette to scrape the lining of the uterus. A curette is basically a long-handled curved blade. Once the uterus is empty, the speculum is removed and the abortionist